Time now for the morning rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. We'll begin with the next big weather maker. That storm system we've been talking about all week is on the move, and it's going to continue to cross to the northeast. So we are going to see the possibility of scattered to widespread showers and storms over western and central New Mexico through the entire day. There is the possibility, and at this point, likelihood of some of these showers being very heavy. We're going to be watching the flooding threat as well as the lightning. Eastern Plains, you get more of this come tomorrow. Adam?
As you get ready to head out the door, we're following the day's top local stories, and we'll start with Sarah Yingling. Sarah?
Accused cop killer Devon Lyman has officially been charged with murder. This as we wait for a federal judge to sentence him on possessing a firearm. He faces up to 10 years for that. A criminal complaint released yesterday said Officer Daniel Webster pulled Lyman over on his motorcycle after his motorcycle plates came back stolen. Webster pulled him over, and that's when police say he fired 6 shots. The charges filed yesterday include an open count of murder, assault with intent to commit violent felony, shooting from a motor vehicle, receiving and transporting a stolen vehicle, and tampering with evidence. Catherine?
Happening today, Trump Jr. is stumping for his dad in New Mexico. He's expected in Farmington first, then Shiprock later this afternoon. Mark Wayne Mullins, a Republican representative on Trump's Native American coalition, is also scheduled to attend, as is Alan Way, the Republican who lost to Senator Tom Udall in 2014. This will be the camp's 6th time in the land of enchantment. First Trump, then Pence, now Trump Jr. Clinton has yet to make a stop here, but both Bernie Sanders and her running mate, Tim Kaine's wife, Ann Holton, have been here. Adam?
This morning, Albuquerque police are asking juvenile judges to keep a close eye on a group of teen thugs. Police say they've gone from tagging buildings and homes to serious crimes, linking some to a carjacking that ended in a crash that sent an off-duty cop to the hospital. They also connected 3 teens to the May drive-by shooting murder in the South Valley.
New this morning, an Albuquerque family is not waking up at home after caught fire last night and happened in the area of Unser and Montano. AFD says the owners of the home were burning weeds earlier yesterday. The fire eventually spread to their home. 7 people evacuated the home safely, including their dog. No injuries were reported.
A bond hearing is scheduled today for a man suspected of kidnapping a South Carolina woman and keeping her chained inside a storage container for 2 months. South Carolina investigators say a tip led them to a 100-acre property of registered sex offender 45-year-old Todd Colep. The search for Brown's boyfriend, 32-year-old Charles Carver, continues. Colep's facing at least 1 count of kidnapping this morning.
On to breaking news this morning. 8 people are dead after a large explosion believed to be caused by a car bomb rocked the southeast region of Turkey just hours ago. Officials say both police and civilians were killed. The blast happened near a building used by the riot police. It's believed to have been carried out by the rebels of the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party, or the PKK.
New this morning, a Paris agreement to combat climate change is now international law. So far, 96 countries have formally joined that accord. The agreement seeks to gradually get the world economy off fossil fuels.
An Albuquerque mother waking up facing some serious charges after police say she took her 2 daughters with her to a fight. Police say 32-year-old Natalie Soto went to confront her sister-in-law. Soto says the other woman started attacking her 14-year-old daughter, so Soto and her 12-year-old daughter also jumped in. Soto's charged with child abuse and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. For now.
Happening today, the New Mexico Medical Cannabis Advisory Board is set to listen to public input on which, if any, new uses for medical marijuana should be added to their list. The public hearings are to give any New Mexican a chance to submit a petition to add a new medical condition, treatment, or disease to the program's list. On the agenda, a proposal to add addiction to opioids as a condition, also Alzheimer's disease, autism, and ADD or ADHD. The meeting is at 10 this morning at the Harold Runnels Building in Santa Fe.
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 6. We're already starting to see those showers and storms close in on the metro as we speak. More to come through this afternoon. We're still fighting sustained speeds over 25 miles per hour out of the east. Those gusts between 30 and 40. We'll be watching for the rain showers to fill in through the day today. There is that threat of lightning too embedded within some of those stronger storms. This is likely going to continue overnight into the first part of tomorrow. Crystal?
On to new medical news this morning. Research conducted at Ohio State University finds if you tear your ACL in your knee, your brain needs to be retrained. Researchers found parts of the brain associated with leg movement lagged during recovery from an ACL injury, and that patients instead relied more on visual systems.
And with the markets open in just under an hour this morning, we're going to see how Fitbit's stock is faring. It already sank to a record low after a disappointing earnings report. Fitbit is the leader, according to research firm IDC, in the market for wearable fitness devices, but that market's becoming more competitive from devices made by rivals such as Samsung and Apple. Sales have been sharply lower than a year ago.
We're still 11 months away, but this morning we know what next year's Balloon Fiesta theme will be. It's titled Inflate Your Imagination, set to be held October 7th through the 15th. For this year, Fiesta officials say more than 839,000 visitors enjoyed Balloon Fiesta. That's down from last year's more than 955,000 visitors. However, they say this year 11 of the 14 scheduled sessions were a success.
6:53, let's turn to a look at your morning drive this morning and how traffic is shaping up across the metro. No major delays across any of the major interstates, major thoroughfares this morning, but if anything does come up, you'll hear it right here on KRQE this morning.
In a matter of weeks, you could earn some cash by donating to the Rio Rancho Police Department's food drive. They'll be at several locations around the city November 19th, including the Walmart on Unser. That's also where if you pull up with a donation and you're wearing your seatbelt, you could get money on the spot. For information on where to donate, go to our website, KRQE.com, or check out the story on our KRQE News app.
Today, you have a chance to catch a very unique concert at one of New Mexico's most historic landmarks. The New Mexico Philharmonic String Quartet is set to perform at the Carlsbad Caverns at 6 o'clock tonight. This is going to be the first concert to take place there in over 80 years, going back to 1933. The free tickets are limited, but you can reserve yours by contacting the National Park. We have a link for you on our website at KRQE.com.
Sounds pretty neat. Today, the Chicago Cubs will hold their championship parade at 9 o'clock this morning, Mountain Time. Thousands are expected to line the streets of the Windy City. One Twitter user is getting a lot of credit for predicting very specifically the World Series matchup exactly 2 years ago. On November 4th, 2014, Twitter user Reyes Fangio made an impressive prediction that in the 2016 World Series, the Cubs would face the Indians in extra innings after tying in Game 7, and they did just that.
I don't know how these guys know.
I don't know. I should take him to Vegas.
There you go. All right, time now for the 5 facts.
Number 5, this morning, there's a new homecoming king at West Mesa High School, but it's not who the students voted in. Came down to one vote by the star quarterback, Dominic Fisher. Dominic was elected king, but he quickly turned the crown over to Anthony Harris, who has autism. Dominic and Anthony have been friends for 2 years, brought together through the Best Buddies program.
Love that story. Number 4, now in 2 weeks, the push to change the controversial UNM seal takes another step forward on November 15th. A Regents Committee agreed to have the full board consider changing the seal. Right now, the seal shows a conquistador and frontiersman. Some say it's racist and represents violence against Native Americans. An analysis will be there to see how much it will cost to change the seal.
Number 3, Wise Pies Arena, halfway closer to keeping its name on UNM's basketball arena for another year this morning. The owner of the pizza and salad restaurant wrote a $300,000 check to UNM this week. That's half of the $600,000 payment the company has to make by December 31st. A spokesperson says they do plan on paying the rest before the deadline. The full payment will be the first of 8 since the naming agreement nearly 2 years ago.
At number 2, cooler temperatures across the entire state with scattered to widespread showers and storms over the western 2/3 of New Mexico today. With the lightning threat and flooding threat eastern New Mexico, you get more of this tomorrow.
And on to number 1, New Mexico once again in the spotlight. In the race for the White House this morning, Donald Trump Jr. is scheduled to be in Farmington to rally for his father. It's a third stop for Trump camp since this weekend. That's when Trump himself made New Mexico a visit, or paid rather New Mexico a visit. Republican nominee Trump is rallying in Pennsylvania and Ohio. So is Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. She'll also be stumping in the 2 key battleground states that polls show the race is very close.